Record. Mic check. Mic check. We live. Bang, let's get it. We starting off with a 3-pick entry on Dabble. These are going to be sharp plays from Daily Grind Fantasy. Collin Gillespie, over 4 assists. As you can see, the rest of the market has it at 4.5 assists. Not saying that they're heavily favored. That's the only way that this play is valuable. Dabble not giving us the hook. I still, because it's the top play, it doesn't mean it's my favorite play. Because without that hook, that bitch need to be at 3.5. To be honest, Giannis Antetokounmpo, over 16 rebounds and assists. Again, that's another one. FanDuel has it at minus 120. That's not really heavy. Minus 115 ain't really heavy. You know what I'm saying? But at 16, we're going to look at what Giannis done over the last few games. Look at Craig Porter Jr., rebounds and assists over 6.5. These are the only three that I'm looking at for Dabble on sharp plays. Let's hop over to pickfinder.app. This is pickfinder.app. The code is really Rico. You already know. You get 10% off for life. Let's plug Giannis in this bit and see what they do. This is rebounds and assists. It's at 16. That's what the line is. Let's see what he's been up to. Find it. Rebounds and assists. It's at 16.5. The line is 16. And it's the over. Last 2 games, he's dominated. But prior to that, something's happened. Like, how'd you just was not handling that? Kevin Porter Jr. still out. So is Taurean Prince. But does this have something to do with his minutes? We're comparing his low double-digit rebounds and assists to his high double-digit. But still, you know he's getting 30 minutes a game, 29 minutes a game. That's crazy. Last 2 games, 21 and 23 rebounds and assists. But tomorrow is versus Denver. I'm pretty positive Jokic still out. I hope. Well, I don't know. I need to check. But versus Denver, he goes off. Last 3 matchups versus Denver, over 16 rebounds and assists, easy. Most recent matchup was just on the 11th, and he grabbed 19. That's the 3-pick entry on Dabble, Giannis, Collin Gillespie, and Craig Porter Jr. While we on pickfinder.app, did I tell you the code was really Rico? You get 10% off for life. Let's hop in these. I like to select all, scroll up, assist, blocks and assists. We got to get rid of Giannis and then do it. I like to do assists, blocks and steals, points and assists, points and rebounds, points, rebounds and assists, rebounds and assists. Done. Last 10, 90% above. Start with him. That's Kevin Durant, over 10.5 rebounds and assists, hitting 90% of the time over the last 10 games. We'll look at that. We'll look at Pascal Siakam, same thing, at 10.5 though. And we'll look at Royce O'Neal, been cashing for us. The model likes Royce O'Neal a lot. This is points and assists, hitting at 90% over the last 10. We'll look at him. And CJ McCollum, that's at 80. I started at Kevin Durant. Day'Ron Sharp, same thing. That's on Dabble too. Let's go look. How many is that? That's 4, 5, maybe. Let's go look at some unders, which is my favorite. We start at the top, 90% under points and assists for Case and Wallace. We'll look at that one. Implied probability is split down the middle down there. Isaiah Joe under 11.5 points. I think we smacked this the other day. I don't remember. I missed a day. The model had a shitty day yesterday. Not yesterday. I don't know what the day is. Anyway, I missed a day. We didn't do too well. Well, straights, it won more than it lost, but I didn't hit any of the parlays. That's what I like to do with them bitches. Did I say Isaiah Joe? Yes. Somebody else. Isaiah Joe got a lot of unders at 90% on this bitch. So does Case and Wallace. It depends on their minutes. If the game is a blowout, they get in some time and they might smack. I got a bunch of those. We'll go look at the model shortly. But Kevin Durant points at rebounds and assists at 10. Come on, don't lag on me. Kevin Durant rebounds and assists at 10. It says it's hitting at 90% over the last 10, but look how many pushes there are. I'm afraid of this. I would rather 9.5, obviously, but I don't like this at all. I'm not fucking with this one. That is trending, but you see, you get it. I want him to be crushing that. I want him to be crushing that line. No Kevin Durant play. Pascal Siakam. Pascal Siakam rebounds and assists is at 10.5. I like this chart. Not saying he's just absolutely dominating it, but he's only hooked it once. He's covered it easily multiple times. He did not play a couple of games ago, so he's only been back for 2 games. Keep that in mind. I'm taking Pascal Siakam to go over 10.5 rebounds and assists. Hey, Royce O'Neal points and assists. He's been smacking for us. I think he smacked the other day too. His points and assists is at 11. I like this all day. Hitting at 90%. He did push it versus Philly on the 20th. I think that's the day I missed. But I don't even know what the day is. It's the 23rd. Where's my phone at? It's Friday. What a life to live when you don't have to keep up with the dates or the day of the week. Points and assists over 11 for Royce O'Neal. He's covered this 11 straight games. Phoenix plays against Atlanta. Let's see if he got a ton of games. Any recently? That was November on the 16th. He didn't do well, but I guarantee his minutes were down. He still played 24 minutes. That's what he averages. However, I'm pretty positive his minutes should be solid, or he just handling that when he gets in. They are up to 29 minutes average over the last 10 games. I thought so. I'm not positive if who's been missing for a while, but he's in heavy rotation. No Phoenix players are out. Royce O'Neal over 11 points and assists. Hey, Day'Ron Sharpe rebounds and assists is at 9. Let's see. We don't fault with this one either. It says it's hitting at 90% over the last 10 games. He got 3 pushes or did not play and went under versus the Yankees. God damn it. You know who. Cat Williams, them. Cat Williams. I ain't even that high. What's his name? Jalen Brunson, them. So, no Day'Ron Sharpe player. Let's move to the next joint. It's Cason Wallace. Cason Wallace, I like the under. I think we've already cracked the under, maybe multiple times, just because he's been trending for a while. Depending on if it's a blowout or not, how many minutes he's getting. He got 31 minutes and didn't cover 11.5 points and assists. I'm taking the under. I don't care. Next, same thing with Isaiah Joe. He might hit 2 threes on your ass. You know what I'm saying? D somebody up. But 11 points? Get your ass out of here. I'm taking the under on Isaiah Joe. 11.5 points, and Cason Wallace points and assists under. Staying away from the Day'Ron Sharpe joint. And we like Royce O'Neal, Pascal Siakam. Let's go see what those are the trending plays. Let's go see what did I refresh? Let's go see what the college basketball do. What's today's date? 123 at 1:06 a.m. Dang, let's get it. Scroll all the way to the bottom. 33 and 36. I got to show the under the over breakdown, and I need to look at the top plays. But this is a lot of plays. It's very, very difficult to select, which one's going to go over under. With it splitting it down like this. So every time it does this and it's not green, I go and tighten that bitch up again. I just tighten the parameters for overs, unders, and spreads, not just to get less plays, but to make it even sharper. And that's, you see, we got over 5,000 plays, but you get it. But while I'm here on the college basketball model, let's see how many auto bets we have. It's only one, and it's Lemoyne. And those, the auto bet plays, because they were doing so well as underdogs, they didn't do as well over the last day or so. They won more than they lost. I did go green on them straight, but I haven't hit another parlay since the other day. With those records, I look forward to those plays hitting 3 or 4 at a time on the same damn day. So we did it on the first day. I look forward to doing that again. But only one auto play here is Lemoyne. They're like 5-1. They're 5-1 as dogs. So they're a favorite here. Be mindful of that, because as underdogs, I have them 5-1. But as a favorite, the model hasn't picked them a lot. It doesn't even have a record for them. Hopefully I have that page up. I can show you that. I want to see the overs. The overs have done fairly well. And then there's 9 of them, for example. Damn, I should have went ahead and had that shit up. Cause now I got to let the bitch load. That's top plays. I need to refresh this to make sure we have top plays ready when it's time. And then one of these is mine. That's the soccer model. I don't know where it at. This is deep dive. This is right here. College basketball. Hey, see? You see this? Right here. Profit profitability by market. Totals. All totals. 922, 832 at 52%. It's up 7 units. But the overs are hitting at 55.9%. With this many plays, that's approximately 350. What is that? 320, 331 at 55.9%. This is extremely profitable if you're doing the math, if you're looking at it for straight numbers. So you omit all unders and play only the overs. It's up 22 units. It's carrying the fucking college basketball model. You know what I'm saying? And the spreads we continue because at such high volume at 52.8%, up 12 units. This is extremely respectable with over 1,500 plays. Just one decent run to put 1,700 approaching 2,000 plays at 53, 54%. As I keep tightening it down, bitch, it's on. It is on. But this is why we play the overs here. And speaking of those plays, those teams that have impressive records as underdogs. You see here, Indiana State Sycamore hit yesterday, but it's a lot of them bitches, bro. I don't know if LSU won. Hopefully, this refresh. Maybe I need to do that because some teams did play. I don't know if Dartmouth won. Detroit Mercy, did they lose? It don't look like it. But here's Lemoyne. Lemoyne Dolphins are 4-1 as underdogs, right here. But we got them as their favorite today, so that's different. I don't have them as a favorite with a record. You get what I'm saying? Back to the overs. Stetson at Austin Pay. There's 9 of them. I could flip through them really quickly, but that's how you find them bitches. That's not an over right there. It says 9. East Carolina Panthers Pirates game at North Texas. Don't even know who these teams are, but you get it. Same thing with the New Haven Chargers over 121.5. Not saying that these are guaranteed to hit, but I just showed you at that record, playing these straight is just extremely profitable. Putting the business together in a parlay just might be the best bet. Know what I'm saying? Let's go to the NBA joint. I don't think the NBA plays did well. 2-8 yesterday. That might be the worst day for the NBA spreads and totals. 2-8 yesterday. Dropped down to 51%. And same thing with the NBA. I'm only playing. Wait. I'm only playing the auto bet plays. As you can see here, one of the plays is the Jazz. The Jazz is 3-1. Most of the times they're underdogs. So when it selects the Jazz, as you can see, they're getting so many points. A lot of the time, the model is 3-1 on that play. And then we have a couple of more auto bet plays here. Orlando Magic do extremely well against the spread as underdogs and favorites. We like the Magic -6 over the Hornets. And then we got wait, I missed one. Who was that? That was the Magic. It's just showing the second one. The Dallas Mavericks as underdogs are probably like 10-3. I have it. I gotta show you. The Dallas Mavericks as underdogs. It's not that one. I got so many breakdowns. I got so much data I haven't even started. Damn it. I'm not gonna look for it if it ain't this one. If it ain't this one, I got 100 tabs open. I found it. Look at the Dallas Mavericks. Look at the Dallas Mavericks, bro. They're 10-3 when the model selects them. 8-2 as underdogs and 2-1 as favorites. What? They got the auto bet tag. Dallas Mavericks +4.5 at the Warriors. The model didn't select this play as a sharp play or valuable play. You understand what I'm saying, right? This is not a green number. You see, it didn't select like Denver Nuggets -5.5. It didn't select this play. But I made this tag to show me when those hot teams are playing, I don't care what the line is, they're 10-3. I take the Dallas Mavericks until the bitches are not profitable anymore. It's plus 4.5 at home versus Golden State. Know what I mean? Let's go to the next one. And it is the Portland Trail Blazers. Also, I ain't gonna go back and show you because that list is long. I don't even know what tab it was. But as dogs, as favorites, the Portland Trail Blazers are beasts. And they're at home minus 1.5. I take Portland Trail Blazers money line here. I don't need it to cover. The model thinks they win by 3, as you can see. It did not select this play as a valuable play, as a sharp play. You know what I'm saying? I'm just adding multiple layers of data because I have historical data from the bets that the model selects. So just because it didn't select it, I know that this team is performing really, really well, both as favorites and underdogs against the spread. I hope that makes sense. Who's next? There's another one. Oh, the Minnesota Timberwolves as favorites and underdogs. I don't know why. But listen again, is when the model selects them. It didn't select them today -9 versus the Bulls. It doesn't think it's a valuable play. However, Minnesota is performing extremely well. The model didn't do good yesterday for all plays, 2-8, but you see, I got the data loaded for what teams are performing extremely well. Same thing with the props. Not saying they didn't go crazy, but it's almost split down the middle. Come on, man. You can't just put it where I want it, right here in the middle. Hey, look, SGA is the hot play. Under 7.5 assists. He averaged 5 assists over the last 10 games. This is assists. Let's go. No assists yesterday. Assist model heating up. Look at the last 50, last 20, last 10. The assist model is heating up. It's hitting at 55%. We're approaching 100 plays on there. I think only SGA is the only play for the assist. The points didn't do too well either. I want to say the bitch went 11 and 13 or some shit. Let's go look. It selected a lot of plays. Oh, it went 13 and 11. But in my opinion, this is too many plays. So if I tighten the parameters down, we'll only get the more valuable plays. It selected 24 plays yesterday. That could be 15 of the best plays. And imagine if it was 13 and 2. Just you get what I'm saying? Like the plays that lose, that's my next layer of data. How did the plays that lost, how did they lose? Was it a 2 for 13? Did he get his shots up, but he just missed them bitches? Or was it minutes? I'm working on that. Anyway, we got a ton of point props. Didn't do well yesterday, 13 and 11, but there were 13 winners in that bitch. That means there was a 5-pick entry that could have smacked. That's how I look at that bitch. It dropped 24 plays yesterday. 13 of them bitches smacked. That means I need to figure out how to find a 5-pick entry every motherfucking day. That's what I'm trying to do, especially when they're dropping more than 10, 15 plays. You know what I'm saying? I do not get to play all of them straight. So I try to play as many straight as possible. The ones that I like look at Jalen Williams, under 8.5 points at plus 100. I'm playing that straight. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Casey Wallace. We saw him trending. The model likes some under. It's 8.5 points. We like it under points and assists because it was trending. But this was one that I just played straight up. It's minus 125. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah Joe, we talked about him trending. The model selects him as well. You could just see his averages over the last. You're going to check the minutes, see if anyone's out for OKC, but you get it. I don't know who the top play was, but it looked like it dropped another 20 plays or so. Tyree Easton over 8.5. It's the top play. The model's not decent on his point prop. 2 and 3 this season, but over 8.5 points at minus 104. I'm down. Kevin Durant, don't fucking play with me. 24.5 points at minus 110. Do not fucking play with me. He averaged 25 on the season. Last 10 games, he scored 27 points. They play against the Pistons. This is a decent matchup. The model's 4 and 2 on Kevin Durant points. The play beat the closing line. You probably missed it. We probably missed it at minus 110. But you get it. Bang, let's get it. Who's next? CJ McCollum, I don't like him. Not like him. I don't think he asserts himself every game, but his points over 15 and a half, that's kind of modest. He has averaged 18 over the last 10. He averaged 18 on the season. Check the lineup, see what they do. You know what I'm saying? Royce O'Neal, we riding with Royce O'Neal. He smacked for us yesterday. Again, we 4-1. You see what's happening here? Like I tightened down the cards to like when it notices a player after 5 games is doing shit like this, it pops the fire emoji on that bitch. So anytime the model selects it again, not saying it's the top play, but this player is hot. The top play is going to be at the top. They are all in order, but the green highlight shows us that all of these plays need to be played. If it has a green highlight around that bitch, these plays should be played. You know what I'm saying? And it does not guarantee that these bitches are going to hit. I have so many layers of data for this model to go through before selecting the play. And I've even compared it to trending plays and straight plays. There's always a little off here and there. And a lot of time when the model agrees with sharp plays and trending plays, them bitches smack crazy. Not saying just 90% trending. When the trend is greater than 60% of the time and the play is sharp and the model selects it, that is the data that I'm looking for. That's the data that I'm building now, because those plays, when the model has a line on them bitches, and that's just something that happens every now and then. Anyway, fire emoji, 4-1 after 5 selections, over 8.5 points, minus 105. What you want to do? Same thing with Grayson Allen. Maybe it's 4. I got him at 3-1 here. He got the fire emoji. I think it is 4. Or maybe it's a certain win percentage. I want to say it's 80% or something. I don't even know. But it's the best performing players at that prop or something like that. Grayson Allen over 14.5 points. He averaged 16 on the season, 16 over the last 10 games. Dylan Brooks sold me twice. He ain't gonna say he sold me twice. Even though the youngin came back, Dylan Brooks still had the second most shot attempts. He shot 2 for 13, and he was 0 for 3 from behind the arc. Like, it's just data. You know what I'm saying? He's not a consistent performer. As you can see, we're 2-8 with him. I mentioned that the model had a shitty record with him. I should have even faded it. He took 13 shots. He hit 2. Only person that took more shots was Devin Booker. You know what I mean? Nickeil Alexander-Walker has been a beast for us, but the last few games he's been slowing down. He's 6-4 now. I'm going to say at one point he was like 5-1 or some shit. So you understand. But 18.5 points at minus 120, like, he is a beast. He averaged 20 on the season. That's still kind of tight for me. I like a bigger edge, but you see it's +2. It's green. What you want to do? I just talked about Collin Gillespie. I think he was sharp. We like him over 10.5 points at minus 110. He is, I don't know if you like traditional fundamental basketball, but his shot, the way he sets his plays up and set screens and plays defense, like, he is an extremely valuable player off the bench. I like Collin Gillespie a lot. He keeps smacking for us. The model predicts him to score 16 points, far over his season average and his last 10 game average. But those are all of the plays I think I'm gonna go over. There's so many more. I seen another fire emoji. Of course, it's Jalen Tyson. Look, 9-1 on his points prop. No matter if it's over or under. We like it under 15.5 today at minus 110. Bro, we get in there. Of course, it's gonna have some bad games, some bad days. 13-11 is not impressive to me. What's impressive is a 5-pick entry was in that bitch that smacked. A 6-pick entry smack in there. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not gonna play every single one of the plays, but I'm gonna dig through them bitches and try to find which 5 of them bitches that's gonna smack. Cause they did. Especially on days when the bitch go 11-2, 10-2, shit went 8-1 multiple days. Man, get out of here. I don't know if I covered everything, but I think that'll do it. Hey, I got players. Look at the players. Najee Marshall. I don't know if it's his points prop. Maybe I can show it up here. Yeah. Look at this. Najee Marshall. He's 5-0. 2-0 on his points. 3-0 on his 3-pointers. And 1-0 on his rebound. Joel Embiid, when the model selects him, we snatch him up. Same thing with Keon Ellis. Jalen Tyson, I just talked about him. He's 11-1 overall, 9-1 on his point prop, 1-0 on his rebound prop. You see, do you understand what's happening here? And I haven't even scraped the tip of this data that's in here, because all of this shit also has matchup data. So every play in here has versus the team and versus that standard. I don't want to get nerdy, but when I saw what I had, I was like, oh, I'm about to break this bitch down. And then I'm gonna build it for years. This is just starting. Can you imagine? Like, you get to the point where the model learns the players. You know what I mean? And then it'll seek out these players' edges. That's how models find edges. Anyway, Keontae George, Miles McBride, I've talked about him multiple times. He's down to 10-2, but 5-1 on the 3-pointers, 4-1 on the points. Man, bang, let's get it. What I saw SGA too. Look, his points props and his 3-point props. It's so many players. I talked about AJ Mitchell multiple times because he was smacking early. He's 12-3 now, but his points props is 10-2. If the model selects these players, it's automatic. That's how they get the fire emoji next to him. That means the prop that is selected for him, that he's been fucking killing it. Oh, I gotta go. I'm really Rico. You already know. Let's get this dough, bruh. Peace. I'm out. I almost thought I was streaming for some reason.